Well, good evening, good evening. It is very, very late, but I thought I'd do a stream just to sort of ease into the next public holiday. Got my cup of tea. It's a bit of a reader, this one, apparently, so let's do some reading together. Now, normally point and clicks would be reserved to midweek point and click that we would do on Wednesday or Thursday night, sorry, but because there's a lot of reading in this one, it might be a little bit more difficult to have a conversation with the chat and with Steve and all that. So I thought I'd just give it a shot now, see how it goes. Won't be very long, maybe an hour or so. Heard really good things about this game. So yeah, let's get to it.
Loudmouth Lisa. Stupid Lisa Garbage Face.
Hello there, Lise. Okay, I'm not sure if that worked. 1 second. Let's do that again. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from the daytime television special. Stupid Lisa has just joined the chat.
Okay, let's get cracking. Some good pixel art. Shield hid behind the stars behind halogen and flame projected into the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. Okay, so this is interesting. I get 2 different choices. I could never sleep, it was so loud, or I still can't sleep without that sound. Let's go this one.
Crikey, a wild verdant tree appears.
I can turn the game down a little bit? Absolutely. How about that? That should be good. Good to see you, verdant tree. Got myself a licorice flavoured tea, which is very nice. In your dreams, the towers were grand cathedrals, places of worship. The swamps hid behind mirrors like spies. The birds transformed into radiant spheres and traced omens above the highway blight. Oh, this is cool. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. Oh, okay. Another choice. What do we have? Dixie drumstick. Not bad, not bad. Dixie drumstick? Not sure what that is. I know the little tubs of ice cream with the wooden stick. That's like a Dixie thing, isn't it? I don't know. I didn't care. But for a while, you did. You caught out on the Grania to Chicago and onward to the West Coast. You'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You thought the ghosts of the lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. Oh, right, the crackers, not the ice cream. The years carried you through overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo, across mountains, above cell towers. Thumbing down in 99, you saw an old man crouched in the roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. Oof, that's horrifying. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. By and by, you made your way east. You threw your phone into Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while your foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in the berth of a freightliner, I slept. You slept easily on the truck shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. Act 1. Lowland Ghosts. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Hi, Monkey. Okay, this is cool. What do we got here? Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult. But then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes. His eyes fill you with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Oh, okay. Mini game. Chris, good to see you. Yeah, it's Norco. It's kind of yeah, it's kind of like a point and click style adventure noirish kind of weird. People say it's between kind of like America if it's not quite Mad Max America, but in between there. All right, we've got the staring contest part 1 glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash in a pattern. Match the pattern to meet the monkey's gaze. So I guess it's like Simon. Ready? Yes. Oh shit. Okay. Overwhelmed by the intensity of the monkey's gaze, you turn away. Let's try that again, shall we? You successfully meet the monkey's gaze with a cool assurance, however, his expression unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring contest part 2. Rings. Circles appear over the monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of a circle. Click the circle and the outer ring locks in place. Ready? Yes. Oh, okay. Your stare was no match for monkeys. Let's try again. Anger melts from monkey's face. You drape monkey over your shoulder. I just got 20 achievement points. Primal stare. You won the staring contest with monkey. That's cool. All right. Okay, cool. So I can hold space, and that will actually show me what I can interact with, which is really neat. A sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Cool January air spills through the open window. The low sun washes over the neighborhood. A small flock of blackbirds dissolve into the tree line toward the lake. Commuter traffic glints along the apple street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Okay. You assume Million has been keeping plants alive. Not sure who Million is. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Eesh. Sure, why not? The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of the disaster were central to the emerging milieu. It began to percolate in a popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of the disaster. New Orleans became plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. Yikes. Okay. Flyer from a show of your friend put on the weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. Ooh, okay. Hell yeah. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks from the roof of the hotel on Poydras Street. Sleeping and sober, you two walked back to Norco. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. Drinking fluids and... Oh, that's right. Hope you're feeling better. All right, time to access this laptop. What do we got? The laptop. Your parade gifted the idols and a shoddy particle board desk. Wake laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice the signals of the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using a computer at some point. He left the browser tab open. We're going to view the tab. Oh, okay. Jesus. Modbot archived your YX2Q posts on blah blah blah. Oh, sexualer. Anybody still post here? Nope, place is a wasteland. Mods are all SJWs. You're posting. Nice one, jackass. Forgot I even posted. Wanted to run something by you, gents. Was knocking out Sakalat in the spillway and saw a big glowing thing in the sky. Call out the sun, OP. Funny. Talk to someone else. Seen it too near the parish canal. Bruh, that's the sun. LMAO. I see that every day the OP been rising and setting every day, I believe. Drop it, fucks. Anybody seen it or not? Nothing like this, but birds in them swamps be acting weird. We've all seen the sun, bruh. Relax. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe? Would glow real bright, or not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Get some sleep, OP. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code BLEED. Lol. TF kind of name is... Oh, the fuck kind of name is Quack Job. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Sakalat is a bunch of white guys holding some kind of fish, or the same kind of fish. Just as the name sounds, full of lunatics, apps getting in the way for you to join the cult. Worse than them people living off the mall in Kenner. You can't trade the coin on hardly any exchanges because everyone know it's a good Ponzi scheme. Mods won't do a thing about shills, but they'll ban you on the spot for using a naughty word. Place is a joke. ClearNet's nothing but celeb libs and bots. Seen this exact same thing, OP. Still there? Seen at the base of the upper suction. Okay. Oh, this is me. What is this? Mind map. You are home again. Because your brother needs you. Because your mum died. Okay. You were traveling. Oh shit, I forget. Through the Midwest, the freight cars rattled in cold dusk. You crouch in the grain porch. The cell towers peaked over the flat country, translating the notions of the world. The lights of the suburban Memphis, the fences, the traffic, the stark shadows under a lavender blanket of clouds. Afraid, tired, silent, and alert, each terminal, you watched the night decay for miles. Then what? You rode in the back of a van wedged between amplifiers from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. I'm going to go across the Rockies. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights along those highways in shitty sleeping bags. You bathed in rivers, watched the ocean from outer space. You watched the satellites travel along the course. Down the Pacific coast. Summer days arrived. You built a bike in a garage in Eureka and took it south. Generators showed on the beach, interstate on-ramps teeming with personalities. The familiar smile on the face of an old man in the Central Valley ditch. Oh, we've got a new face. That smile burned his image into your eyes. Finished thought. Okay. So we've got some new things. Okay, what do we got here? Your brother. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring her down at a tablet. After she left the room and asked you how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, you responded. He looked confused. What did she say? Your brother is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets into trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling image boards. An edgelord, a shitlord, a sensitive soul, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to get help from from those he loves and often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation. No love or anything like that. Your brother. Okay? Your mom died. Cancer metastasized and it was in her liver, and then her lungs, and in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished the third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew a last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Your mom. The smile of a man who... Oh, jeez. The idea of a man crouching in a ditch smiling at you? Jeez. The smile of a man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday's ashes and mascara ran down from his eyes. Okay. Jeez, it's heavy. Let's check out old mate. Monkey stares at you, you stare at monkey. Keep staring. He stares with more intensity until the gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pull in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between his eyes in the vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. The monkey stares at you, you stare at monkey. Okay. What's this? Overworld. Ooh, that's cool. Alright, let's see. Living room. Memories of sleepless nights and the dull refinery hum of the red halogen half-darkness. Your mum's sitting there staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanour, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continue in the kitchen with no words exchanged. I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop the stacked mail. Dear neighbour, Please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco office of Community Engagement. A family photo album. Let's have a look. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather, a peculiar look on his face, impossible to read. Your mum staring at Blake through obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging on someone's waist, pleated khaki shorts. A photo labelled duck. Oh, we've got an achievement. Photo labelled duck. Scene of a barbecue on a lakefront. The man in the center points to the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father. Though you've never thought of him that way. His skin stained by the sun, a canister of dip shoved in his front pocket, his easy smile, his knowing eyes. You set the book aside. Okay, I think we got some more stuff in the Mind Palace. We'll do that soon. Your mum's unfolded laundry. Okay. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. The western margin of the lake. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of the lake in Pontchartrain. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by climbing for their lives to the limbs of the cypress trees. The fables and secrets of the communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Critiques of deliberate externality. Shield has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. Madre and Moore argue that one such mechanism is the process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that the key corporation decision-makers encourage the company to admit affluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighborhood property values. Jeez. This compels residents to sell their properties below the market value to relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism is this theory often receives that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industry fence lines up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was the deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. Fence line diaspora. In the end, we decided to leave the dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear of our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention. The spokespeople, activists, and academics are all this. I was done with it. I was done with being the poster child. Done being the thought as a victim. I wanted the experience to be my own. Something not to gawk out of dissect in a laboratory. Okay. The heat of spring will soon arrive and the midwestern air of the window unit will fill the room. A photo of your mum holding Blake as a baby on the beach of Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. An old defective flat screen that your mum never bothered to bring to the curb. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. Oof. Cool. Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Okay. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Malencon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. I kind of like that because it is vague, it's blurred. That's kind of cool. Chris, if you're not feeling the best, you should get some Lucozade. Take small little sips. You'll be good in no time. All right, kitchen, pills. Your mum's painkillers are spilled across the counter. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. Oof. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. That's so foul. Laundry room. You're always frightened by the laundry room. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mum gave it away as the end approached. Oof. He's old, mate. So I'll go to the front yard first. Your mum fed the neighbourhood strays. They must be hungry since he passed away. Street, backyard. The overhead light of the neighbour's kitchen illuminates yellowing wallpaper and unused furniture. Saiku?
One fine day, the Fat Controller invited Saiku into the chat, but Thomas was really jealous, so he plotted his revenge.
How you doing? Good to see you. I thought you guys might like that. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. 3 times his house is flooded. Oh, okay. What time is it there, Psycho? I guess it's morning, right? Maybe, I'm going to guess 8 a.m. Look at that. Pretty close, pretty close. Yeah, so... Thank you. Oh, the hamburger socks, eh? He wanted me to get socks too. Dr. Pepper socks, but they were too expensive in Australia, so I just got some other socks. 3 times his house is flooded. The first flood. The first flood is a shadow of a memory. Placing your feet down on the drenched carpet, your mum and grandfather ripping up the sheetrock. Sitting in a small RV in the backyard, setting dolls for cluttered little table. Whataburger socks. It's really great that he's looking after our feet. The second flood. You were 14. The plumbing station failed during a heavy rain. You were in the class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mum. Stay in Destrehan. I'll come get you. For weeks you shared a hotel room with your mum and Blake. She spent her days gutting the house. In the evenings you would sometimes help. The third flood. Another pump failure. Your mum hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with your friends in New Orleans. The fourth flood will allow a slow hurricane, will follow a small hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged in critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that will last for weeks. Much of the sewage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. Ugh. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground and the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenaries forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, the industry flee this hot zone, and the old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi will again change its course. Norco, the abandoned refinery town on a ghost river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. What here is. I guess it's kind of like the Hardee's and Carl's Jr., right? That's kind of similar restaurants that is regional. Or is it they just don't have it at all? Why can I walk? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's not creepy. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. It snaps off as if it was by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. Soldered together. Oh, really? I can... Let me just think of what I can do there, good sir. I can... Okay, give me 1 second. I don't know how this is going to go, but There we go. It's not part of my my digital mixer anymore, though it is quite loud. So I'm going to just turn the game down a bit. Oh, that sound is really like these little, I don't know, insects or something. It feels like it's in my ears. There we go. What have we got here? Why is it spelled that not pronounced like that? Yeah, it is pronounced that way. It's only Americans that say solder. Everywhere else in the world is solder. Same as aluminium, because it has an extra I in everywhere, but the US. I think it's just divergence of, from the English, right? There's such spite there that you just don't want to have anything to do with England. So you're just like, we're making our own words up. At the center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Wow. Card reader in Mary's head. Be careful, Verdant Tree. My wife's English. Backyard. Ooh, a pry bar. A steel pry bar lies on the ground. I can't take it. Oh. A motorcycle. Your mum's 4-cylinder 350cc bike is extensive rust and wear. Disintegrating crabnet. Blue taught your mum how to make these, and your mum taught you. Isn't In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken next to the bottom of the ring of your net, submerge it, sit there nursing your coffee while a swamp raised its voice. You'd come home with a dozen or so crabs snapping and writhing in the burlap bag. You assume your mum hadn't been out on the water this past year. The towers of the refinery wink in a subtle and familiar rhythm. The sound's better now, right? Because it's not going through my mixer, so there shouldn't be any noise gate on it at all. Shouldn't cut out. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap and while he let you steer. The dead wasp that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck to New Orleans on weekends. No AC, windows down, the rattling chassis deafening, and going 75 on the Interstate 10. Millions has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mum's death. Well, this must be millions then. Much? Okay, cool. Let's talk to Million, shall we? Million sits in his characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on a rusted and weather-worn quality. The rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night when your mum showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind the constellation's eyes. The robot regards you casually. Oh, he's cool. Okay, you're awake. Best sleep in years. Catherine used to say that the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. Your return home must have been quite exhausting. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestured towards the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine of that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Who would have thought that speaking or reading out loud makes you thirsty? Where can I get a fuse? The gas station up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Huh? Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he was off to. Wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore if I had to guess. Why are so many people calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for the client in Fat City. Man, imagine having a city called Fat City. That'd be cool. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. Data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows the whereabouts. Who exactly would want to see that data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories of others that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who is the client? I haven't a clue. These things aren't discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she got more guarded with her research. Oh, here we go. Well, we can have a good old trivia session. Now, for a brief Fan Tales trivia question, who am I? Born in Melbourne in 1968, began the career as a stand-up comedian, gaining popularity in the TV series Full Frontal. In 1997, he made mad debut in The Castle as Con the kickboxing accountant. It's already Eric Banner. I know it. 100% that's Eric Banner. Am I right? I'll keep reading though. In the year 2000, he played the role of infamous Australian criminal Mark Brandon Reed in Chopper, giving him critical acclaim. Originally wanting to be a mechanic, he is well known for his love of cars as seen in the documentary Love the Beast. Hell yeah, it's Eric Banner. Okay. Keep these fantail trivias. Keep them coming. I like them. They're good. She always kept strange company. An occasional hazard, I suppose. So anyway, that's all. Okay. Front yard, kitchen, been both of those places. Street, backyard. We're gonna go to the street. Oh, hello. Oh, it's got a turtle. Did you know that my first pet ever was a little turtle? The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Padu Private Investigators, we snoop for you. The turtle. He crawled out of the trash can. Don't touch him. See, he's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. We gotta go, see? Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. Two sisters continue to argue over the turtle that crawled out of the trash can. Ooh. We've got another mind palace. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of Transnational Oil Empire. It holds a large share of leases to the Gulf of Mexico, refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield. Million was security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminium refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. To find her family? What? No. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any other discarded thing would. Million was security android. Let's do that. Let's do the other thing. Why? I don't know. Million. Okay. Back to mum. Your mum was conducting research. This is really cool. It's kind of like the cork board where you attach the string with thumbtacks. The thumbtacks that you stand on when you're looking at bats. For a client in Fat City. Your mum. Ooh, okay. Your mum was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know. An interesting way of doing it. Alright, let's go inside the private eye. The lights on the Padu Private Investigators. Okay, cool. You knock. No answer. Floodgates Tavern, home, Grimes Discount. Let's go to Grimes Discount. I really like the look of this game. I like the CRT filter. Like normally some CRT filters are a little bit gross, but I don't know, it kind of suits it. I like that I can see the refresh rate, kind of. It's good. A freight loader is being repaired in the Bratcher Woods over the levee. The film crew is set up along the river road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above the corpse. Ooh. Approach the set. As you near the set, a small energetic man jumps from the chair. Attention, dumbass. Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any questions? Sounds cool. So is there like a murder scene? Keep it up and that's what it's gonna be. Hey, you know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin. I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right, Noah. I forgot. Your Harvard education daddy bought you a boutique ranch outside of Austin. Well, that don't make no cowboy hoss. Now shut up, or hush up, before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us, will you? This script needs some work. What do you say? No worries at all, Chris. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you for stopping in. Always a pleasure. Fine. Great. Hey, Noah. Get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah. You're a redneck. A real soul of the earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, you came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, a lowlife? Ooh. I like this. Let's call him a bad daddy. Bad daddy, huh? You nod solemnly. That's pretty jive, pretty seedy. I can work with that. Great, that's settled. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder, to kill? Oh. Send him home with the roosters. You maintain severe eye contact. Yeah, I like that. Sounds raw, sounds real. Remember it, Noah. Home with the roosters. Well, I'm satisfied. The bad daddy sends another poor bastard home with the roosters. Sends a shiver down my spine. I seriously have to repeat this? This is how real people speak, Noah. It's how people talk outside the Silver Lake, you understand? Real people out there saying weird, gross shit all the time. So memorize that line because that line is going to win me a Golden Globe. Oh, the director half remembers your presence. I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? Always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If you ever need anything, talk to Noah or somebody else on set. Just don't bother me, I'm busy. Now get lost. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We did it. You're a real bad daddy, Verdantry. I think we did this one. Yeah, we did. Alright, time to go in the store. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighbouring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Troy. Well. Look who's back. Ooh, look at this guy. Hello. He's got a little ponytail beard. What happened? Carnival forgot you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. Don't you dare insult monkey. That's cute. Wow, Troy, you look like shit. Not even gonna start with you. How come the rest of your family is so chill but you turned up uptight? My mum just died, thanks. You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she's too valuable. That'd never let her die. If anything, she's probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere. Eh? You're trolling me about my dead mum? Trolling you? You're so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you. Your mum was excavating all along the rim of the lake. Huh? She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. Jacked in for sure. She needed somebody smart. Somebody vigilant. Somebody like me. Especially with the shield snooping around. I seen some wild shit in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. I'm not letting you into this gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting anybody through here till I get an apology at least. You clearly deserved it. Go have some glue. If you really want to get through, go get me some pills from your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Oh, we can fight him? Should we fight him? I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Should we fight him? Or should we leave and go get the pills from home? You know what? While you come up with that thought, have a good think. I'm just going to fill my water bottle. I'll be back in a second. All right, beat the shit out of his ass? Absolutely, let's do it. You're joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? All right, then, let's go. Oh, what's this? Oh, Monkey's gonna fight him? Hell yeah, it's like Pokemon. Monkey Chew, I choose you. Oof. I think Monkey got killed. I don't think Monkey's too good.
Perfect. You win.
Hell yeah, that's how it's done. Oh, right. His body out there, look at that, that's cool. What a detail. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Ooh. Fuses hang on the shelf. You grab a fuse. I detect you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, grab the item from your inventory and to the target. Okay, cool. We're gonna look at some things first though. Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. You wonder if this place is ever starting to check IDs. During high school, your friends in the city would drive all the way to just get booze. Okay. Manual price scanner. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Cool. Apple Street, Batua, inside. What's Batua? Oof. Yikes. Okay. Memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cans of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is remembrance. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January XW11 for those whose cries of liberty echo through generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched "fake" across the bottom of the plaque. A man sits on a pile of flotsam with his head buried in the canvas jacket of his against the sharp air. Stupid horse. The man's gaze fixes on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Can't stand that horse. Lots of stupid in this world. Stupid people, stupid horses. Couldn't agree more. He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what they all dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping the string of mucus onto his sleeve. Gross. What are you here for anyway? Ain't you heard of a criminal on the loose? Oh, okay. Bring the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Be sharp, young one. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant of pooled water along the riverbank. Apple Street, and there was the tavern. That's right. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Okay. Back home. Let's look at the kitty again. Okay, same thing. You got the fuse. Good. We'll be able to use it on the bike and get around town when I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time in sappy paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Let's go. Oh, that's cool. Is the robot riding the bike? That's cool.
Lips on that.
The sky bleeds a color you knew the sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. We got party? Cool. Interact with party members by clicking on their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Let's go back here. What's new? Oh, Troy. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mum with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. Okay. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Sappy Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How's Blake been? The year after you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness. But now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. Perhaps. I won't apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to apologize, Kay. How have you been? I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Sounds zen. Perhaps. What's it been like around the town? Shield has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction from the swamps to the shoreline. She assumed his achievement. Unlocked 50% of the nodes of the mind map. Sweet. She assumed it was unpermitted shield activity. She was unable to find any evidence, however. It was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? Oh god. I haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Has Blake not mentioned anything? I never trust what Blake says. In any event, something drew her to the lake the months before her death. Oh, here we go. Sarpy Books, Dimes Discount, Home, Floodgate Tavern, a sprawling shield industry complex. Long ago, it was a plantation land, sheep of abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became neighbors of the machine. Whew. Towers. Carbon and alloy stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocks the town. Pipelines. The webwork crosses high and low, over and under the traffic and the water and concrete, like veins of the gossamer, like neural circuitry, lights. Everywhere, metal halide probing into the river's expanse, coded patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs winking, thinking, knowing. Saying something, speaking, burning eyes, seeing. Something to decipher in all that Norco light. I remember Blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her died too. What did we learn in the Mind Palace? Your mum was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. It's kind of like Clue. Oh, hello there. We do have a alert command if you ever need to use it. I created it the other day. Let me do it just so you can see what it looks like.
Order more. Someone from your chair is looking.
There you go. Your mum was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mum. Finished thought. It's a lot of work, Psycho. So basically, there's an AI that can mimic celebrities somewhat, but you have to write it out phonetically. And there's a lot of clipping particular words and stringing them together. There is just, yeah, it's worth the effort, but they all take a bit of time. But they are very fun. I enjoy making them, and I enjoy putting them out there. Even if they get one little laugh or something, at least, my job's done. Something in the lake. Your mum saw something in the lake. Okay. Who's this then? Driver. A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling oddly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lenders sign. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly and bouncing between topics. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit. Spending an hour making small talk with randos is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Hollygrove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy I drove out into the middle of the swamp. It was like 2 a.m. Asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back a minute later with a bag, towed off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. And a while back, I drove some lady to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kinda sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. It's just all types. I wonder if that was his mother. Alright, we're gonna pat the dog. Shit's gonna get real. You reach down to pet the dog, and it shows you her teeth and growls softly. Okay, cool. BMX. Where this dog comes from, bruh? Dunno. She's been sitting here for a while. You see her eyes? Them eyes are something, bruh. Your mum used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among a heap of romance novels, westerns, she always managed to find the cult artifact. The owner is the landlord. You imagine there's only one way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired there. They even tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls. It's for you, Verdant Tree. LSU yard ornaments and all that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kinds of acupuncture things. In the end, all the schemes fail, and the paperbacks remain. Ooh, it's a kitty. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim, cluttered bookshop. Ah, did you? Was it the orange wall scroll with the Goku symbol? I don't know Dragon Ball Z at all, but that's just what I assume. Goku symbol. Listen to me, like I'm some sort of expert. You wonder how you can read in that bookshop. As your eyes start to adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Kay? And Million? Where'd you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you were misremembering, Erica. Weird, I guess so. But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye. That was because I got hit in the head with the chain from earlier. Let's see, what do we got here? That's the turtle hermit symbol. If that was my $1 million question on who wants to be a millionaire, I would have to go home with my tail between my legs. You liked an old anime called Rurouni Kenshin. Okay. I was mentioning, I don't know if you've ever heard of this movie, Saiku, but Michael and I were talking the other day about a movie. One of the animes that I grew up watching was Ninja Scroll, which was a movie. It's kind of like it kind of felt like a bit of a video game in a sense, like there was bosses and all sorts of things. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, I'm a badass. Oh, she laughed. You know what? I agree. Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. Boy, did I. We knocked his socks off. That guy, my God, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. Just doing my part for the community. Definitely. But enough about that troll. I was keeping up with your travels online and I haven't seen you post for a while. Speaking of posting, tonight I finally did the old disable the Facebook account. How relieving. Your mum thought it was anime porn after watching it. Yeah, I could see that. Free, yeah, exactly. It's weird though, because like the only reason I was keeping it active is because like I had a memorial page there for somebody, and I guess I can still visit their page. Yeah. Yeah, there's snakes and tits in that, for sure. Okay, so much to tell you. I haven't been online much. I tossed my... Yep, I did that. Tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. I just want to pet the kitty, guys. I've been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out of the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods at the ensuing silence. Back because of your mum, huh? Yeah. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. Same. It wasn't always easy for you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say that she's a great person but a terrible mum. I just hope that you and your brother can find some comfort. That means a lot, thank you. Of course, I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. Cancer's a bitch, guys. I lost my mum to cancer as well, so fuck cancer. He was a mean bastard. Picked up my sister and threw her one time. Ended up giving her a concussion. Couldn't wait for him to die, and then when he did, I danced. But the years passed. I find myself thinking about him more. Thanks, Psyche. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. I wonder about your brother. Your mum's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. You seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He's been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to the Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a few times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but I think he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. You scan the titles on the shelf. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought of being a vampire would be sexy, but it is not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it would be like this. Okay. Good Hope Cemetery easement. Carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure roadways to the 90-metre stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The gravesites are currently surrounded by all sides of the refinery. Us. This here is the illustrious Crouton. Crouton is a good name for a cat. We found him behind the dumpster, back licking the cardboard. Okay. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's the devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh yeah? I'm not gonna pet him, eh? Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. He seems to be getting a little excited. This is cat pat. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow it down? No, really, stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. Here goes. Shit. Oh no, the counter went down. Oh no. Alright, we've got to get back to it. We've got to pat this cat till it explodes. Okay. That's how you do it. Achievement. You landed Crouton. What the fuck just happened to the cat? Kay, goddammit, I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did he just launch through the ceiling? The hell did just happened? Ooh. You grab the phone case from the counter. Case resembling Crouton. That's great too. Your brother was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped the sloppy paperbacks to see her that evening. Yesterday evening. Your brother. Dismiss. Okay. Okay, I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm a little pissed of launching the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Yeah, okay.
Boom shakalaka!
Okay. I do hope Erica is correct, and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than a drunken fight. My intuition leaves me the sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Sense something feels strange to you? Several weeks ago. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. Clinician. I've never heard that word before. Clinician? Okay. What brings you here tonight? I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone. They still may need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We've followed his branch for some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin a simple exercise. I'd like you to talk about your earliest memory of memory. It's of pine trees, yes? That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway, and the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Do I want to feel popular? Do I? Let me think about that one. Drun's in the house. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the sub. Right now, I'm just pondering the eternal thought of whether I actually want to be famous. Man, I can't find the where is it? Wow, it'll just have to sit there, unfortunately. I can't find it on the fly. He'd sit quietly in his truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was safe. I wish I could have stayed, but he wouldn't have it. And that's why you married Blue. Oh, hello. Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Nah. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Why? The sky was an inversion of some other sky. The sky, it was corrupted, misplaced. It wasn't a Norco sky. Where was Blue? How was your stream, by the way? I jumped in for a little bit when you were streaming earlier. Did you have a good one, John? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over to him and apologized, you saw the flare stack in the refinery in his eyes. Ooh, one moment, guys. A kitty has arrived. Yeah. Yeah, Ramon's cute. She was rolling on the floor. She came in and opened up the door. I'll just close the door one sec. Let me find something for her to play with. I don't know. This. Or some might say. Tongs is in here too. You know what that means when Tongs is in here. Oh yeah, happy Easter, absolutely. One thing I did add, I don't know if it's working because it was a new thing. I added the stickers feature. Do you guys see that near where sound alerts is? Is that appearing or not? I know it's there, but I just don't know how to activate it yet because it's brand new. This little tail. So tiny. It's like this long. Sound alerts and applause. What's the applause one? Does that do anything? Maybe I set that up for Rocksmith, but I just never used it. It says connecting to Twitch. Okay, that's weird. Let me check something. You're licking my fingers, Rams. Come on, you go over here. Okay. I think it was in my panels section, if I remember correctly.
Order more. Someone from your chat is lurking.
No worries, Tongs. Enjoy the lurk. Hope to see you soon. I can't find it. That's alright. We'll look at it another time. Dron, enjoy your lurk too. Your shout outs for Janky. You know what? Let's do a shout out to you and see if mine are okay. It's hard to type with ramen here. Sorry, one second.
The ability to make water is also in the island table.
Oh, the raft.
Lots of troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we just main menu it and we start a new world. Have you ever fucked up so bad you just scrapped the whole fucking thing?
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's not enough to simply grow.
All right, let's see. That's right. What's this? I get to throw one away? How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits, He'd hide in the center of the house, nursing Kay, and only leave when I heard him step out. Sit over here. Come on. I've got a cat on my lap now. He'd sleep on the couch or next to the crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was an explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they said he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on Thursday night, and I remember the tempo of the streetlights in the police station across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. We were quiet, she and I. Why not? Oof, that's a scary face. Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around Norco. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminium factory. I stared for a long time into the constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home, knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. So one of the things you didn't see before, Drun, is we fought a dude in the parking lot, and I had basically a teddy bear of a monkey, and we fought him together, and we managed to knock him out, and that was really cool. Say more. What is the significance of this image to you? It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards' branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare instance, and grew into some kind of monster. Oof. It began speaking through me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything you included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause of alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madre. Medea, whatever her name is. Okay, let's see. Who is Crouton and why is he featured in the demo so prominently? Well, it turns out that Crouton is a real cat. Crouton's human is the developer of Norco, and while Crouton may have already moved on to his next level in real life, it is important to the developer his legacy is immortalized in the game. That is so lovely. Psycho, did you happen to see what we did with Crouton? Like the finale of Crouton, per se? Ooh, Catherine. No idea what the super duck wants with me. Better check my phone. Wallet watch. Quack job? Yeah, that's probably true. It was excellent nonetheless. It says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. What do we got here? Install the Quack job, yep. Curious Duck is the nearest rendezvous location. More information awaits you there. See, okay, that's interesting. What about my messages? Here we go. Just checking in. Please text when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona? I don't know. Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona? New Max. Be careful. Doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. I'm getting worried. Okay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. I'm getting really concerned. Please call. They put me in another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call. That's really sad. Where are you, Ma? I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your parents'. Been gone a while. I had to make a couple of stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she said she's okay. Where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where did my pills go? In a meeting. We'll call you back. How did they go this morning? We'll call. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon. Calling Uncle Chip. It's fine. Love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather been on your side of the tracks? They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went. Don't mess around with Super, Kate. That thing's got no soul. Like to ruin what it touches. I need money. They don't take money where you're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left a little while ago, and he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself like that in the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up in that thing, Kate. I'll tell you right now, it won't go how you want it. Kate, God damn it, I hope you're listening. Welcome to Oxford, my director, blah 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 blah. Yes. Your SMS has been confirmed. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Ma'am, Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of the versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician? Oh no, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Madea. Madea. Madea? First name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come with pre-installed with adware blocking services that is provided to us without warranty. You're eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. Jeez. Perdido Street. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eyes of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East. The bridge cuts through the Trame and 7th Ward like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind with haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the industrial canal, the mouldering strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boat that prowls the black marble waves. East through Mississippi and the winter weeknight's darkness, onward to Florida where it terminates. Tongs, it's been really good. It's been not difficult, but like I haven't read aloud for a long time. So I'm just drinking and talking, and it's been cool so far. Some really weird stuff. I petted the cat too hard, and it took off like a rocket through the roof and left behind a phone case shaped as the cat. So I do read the kids' books, but the kids' books don't talk about industrial canals and all sorts of business. West of the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse, breaks clean in the sharp St. Charles Parish line and gives way to the cypress swamps. Tupelo crowns spire above the overpass, silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to Norco. Oh. You doing, Rams? Okay, what do we got here? One of the cool things, Tongs, is it has, like, if you hold spacebar, it shows the icons of what you can click on. There was another point and click that had this feature back in the day, but I'm not sure how many people played it. It's called Lost Horizon, which is really good. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. A makeshift puppet theatre. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later and see what this is about. Showgoer. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? No. What is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's going to eat itself. Oh, don't I know it. City Hall, Theatre Street, French Quarter. Let's go to City Hall. Oh, okay. I guess I went through Full Throttle without realizing that feature. A figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza and the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of cool front animate the tops of the oak trees in the park. The air this evening is the driest it's been since spring. He watches the last remnants of commuter traffic leaving Canal Street, the pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. He watches the airplane climbing the Armstrong International as passengers look down on the warm glow of the city. The oak trees, the traffic, the frail woman staring from the street. Warm glow and darkness, wind from the lake. Oh yeah, Psycho. We have a lot of ground to cover. So if you can try and make it to the midweek point and clicks when we do those on Thursdays, but also if you don't make it there, then we've got the VODs as well. We go through all the bangers, so to speak. I'm really super excited to try Monkey Island too, because that was always a favorite. It was so absurd. We've got some Day of the Tentacle coming up, and Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Whole bunch of things. A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. It's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. I came out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass through this building at night and you never expect. You know, what do you call themselves? The Gregs, the Garys, I can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that's squatting on the Promenade Mall, they're still obsessed with Ken and John? Nope. Then it probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of the City Hall every night. I know it's because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear the goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're full Greg, Gary, whatever, Then you get to wear a blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff we see around here at night. Why do they come? What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. Good to hear it, Psycho. An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to a walk-through metal detector. Looks like a werewolf. Good evening, badge please. Damn, I left it at the house. There's no council meeting scheduled this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentioned squatters in polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer the questions. I never played Gabriel Knight. King's Quest I did. There was... Oh man, King's Quest was brutal. There was one of the... I can't remember exactly which one it was, but you'd get so far in the game, and there was something like a... it was like a lava spot or something that you couldn't get over. And the solution to the puzzle was you'd use an iceberg lettuce on the lava and it would turn it, like it would cool it down, you could walk over it. But that item could be used previously in the game. I think you can eat it or something along those lines. And if you do that, you're just fucked. There's no way to solve the game. You gotta start again. Gabriel Knight remake? You know what? I'm gonna write it down in my little book. Yeah, I was team both. Because with my cousin Steve that we do Midnight Point and Click with, we played Monkey Island and Day of the Tentacle and all that at his place. But then I had a friend Tom that would play on his computer and we would do all the Sierra stuff, which was really cool. City Hall, French Quarter. I do declare. Yeah, I shouldn't have eaten it exactly. I do also remember King's Quest 7, I believe, where you play as the princess and or the queen. I can't remember exactly, but there were actual items put in the game that didn't do anything. They would just fill in your inventory, so you'd sit there trying every single thing throughout the whole game without a walkthrough. It was just so tedious. I think one of them was like a zombie foot that you can pick up at some time. Let's talk to the Santa. Well, ho, ho, ho. Santa's eyes roll wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. Man, that's disturbing. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? Where'd all that money go? What are you raising money for? Something very benevolent. Oof. Like a food bank or... Yes. Yes, a food bank? A food bank, veterans, animal shelter, who cares? Just give me $1. Hey, it's my last one. Going back on your word, are you? Not true. Never promised you anything. You're a liar. I'm not. And a demon. A demon? I just remembered something, Verdant Tree. Remember how we were doing the ads? Do you remember the Pizza Haven ad? It was basically the Oliver Twist setup. So Oliver Twist would go up to the person saying, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" And the guy would be like, "Some more? Yes, sir. I've got a Haven Craven." And then the dude would be like, "A Haven Craven? and you'd crack it, and it was like Pizza Haven is the Anyway, that was an ad that was common here. Lanky, good to see you. Yeah, Pizza Haven. It was and there was also Ribs on the Run, like Pinky's Pizza. Hope you're doing well, Lanky. It's been a while. Let it be known that I finished my Dr. Pepper, so you'd be proud of me. Gabriel Knight. The name rings a bell. Another one I want to play is Loom. Loom. I never played Loom, but there was always that ad in Monkey Island where, what was his name? I can't remember his name now. Boof or something. Anyway, he had a sailor hat and a thing saying he had to play Loom. It was like spruiking Loom. I think the Steam version actually has audio as well, spoken audio. But one of the reviews was like, "Oh, this is a travesty. By having spoken audio, they've had to compress the CD size, which means that you don't get all the dialogue you used to get." But I think for a stream, if we do it, who cares, right? Santa points his bell at Catherine in accusation. Demon! His posture relaxes abruptly. Open your heart. This is the time for giving. It's got some sort of like music aspect, right? Like is it music or spells or something? I don't remember exactly. Beard. How's your night, ma'am? Alright. No complaints. Glad to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? Not a cent. Got nothing, sorry. Figured. Oh, jeez. I don't know if that's something we want to spruik around here, Tongs. I don't know. Did you hear your entrance music before, Michael? If you didn't, I'm going to do it anyway. Only feet. Oh, God. Alright, what do we got? A hot dog vendor sits behind the large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Oh, hey, hi. Did that have double audio, by the way? I bet it did, because when I changed the game across it, yeah. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So this is... I'm Flanalas. And these... You know what? I'm going to quickly fix that double audio. I can do that. Fly. Do this. Then we do... You probably only heard one there, hopefully. I'm Flanalas, and these... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Are my dumpy dogs. Silent smiling resumes. He begins to pick the lint that peppers his jacket. Flannel, ass, dumpy dogs. Vague meat, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad the single audio is fixed. That's good. Double Steves, double audios. He nods and smiles. Would you like one? Sure, what the hell? I'm dying anyway. Really? You're buying dumpy dogs? That's fantastic. That's great. You seem a bit surprised. It's just been a while since I've gotten someone business. Guys, ramen is rolling all over the floor like a silly kitty. It's so cute. Been a little slow. Haven't ordered new dogs in a while. So these dogs are old dogs? Nothing to worry about. They keep well. So one of the games we played is Thimbleweed Park, and they had a hot dog sort of joke as well. And when you eat the hot dog, you go out into the alley and vomit. And when you do, the big bad, so to speak, knocks you out and hides you. How old? Business was popping. I was really doing well back in YX2D. YX2D? That's nearly a decade ago. How would you like yours dressed? Tell you what, think I'll pass. I'll be here all night. Anything else I can help you with? Do you guys remember Police Quest? That was always a doozy as well. I think the first Police Quest, if you went out and hopped into your police car and took off before doing a check around your vehicle, like you had to check each tire, and if you didn't do that, you would end up crashing or something ridiculous. I remember I came back to Police Quest 3. This was like in 2003 or something, so long after it came out. And my computer at the time, which was so fast that it made it impossible. So when you got to the car sequences where you had to pull people over, the cars were moving so fast that you would always just crash and you couldn't actually do the tickets. Alright, Ramen, one sec. Turn off the turbo button? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit after the turbo button days, but I remember them well. And that is why Marie Laveau opened the t-shirt and camera shop in Royal Street. Jazz Fest Dad. That's a good name. That's not scary at all. I paid for the ghost tour. Was going to walk around looking at t-shirt shops. I want my damn money back. Yeah, that was how many games ago was that, Tom? It was probably about 4 or 5 games back that we did that. The hint hotline was very good. Yeah, exactly. But there was also the version where you could play like expert mode or easy mode. So when you would actually do the easy mode, when you'd look up the walkthrough, it'd actually be a lot more complicated because it was skipping steps that were actually in the walkthrough, so you had to try and find out where things fit. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but... Excuse me? My roommate is. Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time? This city is what's supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? God. I hate New Orleans. Oh, the Ticklebits cameo was so funny. So funny. And he's never even, like, he doesn't watch my streams or anything like that. And so I just casually asked him on the side, I said, look, you know how you've got a Star Trek shirt, right? He's like, yeah. I said, well, can you put that Star Trek uniform on and just get some of your little enterprises and go, pew, 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 pew. And I was going to record it and have it as a trigger fire. But we never got around to it. But man, at the time, I think we all lost that shit when we saw that because it just looks exactly like him. Yeah. There's a small plaque next to the door. It says, Curious Duck. This is the place. Door's locked. The door's locked. I don't have the key to this place. This city is just one big scam. So you changed your mind? Getting hungry? Craving a dog? Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with this shop over there? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. The Curious Duck? Rosie doesn't let anyone in without the secret knock. What's the secret knock? I can't say, sorry. It's urgent, please. Well, I do need some business. Hell yeah. Alright, I'll buy one of those old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful. How much? Just $14. Jesus, that's Australian prices right there. Is that a joke? Is what a joke? Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Someone else learned what it's like yesterday when I pick up the treat stream menu and assume that they're really hungry. Cash only. Wow, damn. What if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine, that's the deal. Alright. I think I'll leave Santa be. That's fair call. 2 oogles you regarding, and then they carry on the conversation. Send some business the way. How are we going to do that? Man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the crowd. This city is just one big scam. Unless we have to go elsewhere. That might be the case. Or maybe we can call someone? Case picker. Oh yeah. Jesus. That's so much food, Lanky. It must be so weird because, like, when you treat stream for those guys, it's always like some huge smorgasbord, some big banquet feast. And then when you feed us, it's like a little tiny meal because we don't have the stomachs to accommodate such food. Ooh, nice one, Vert. Good stuff. Oh, we got the puppet. The crowd has arrived to watch the show. The show is getting started. I should take a seat. Let's watch this. Gator farm. Oh, that's cool. Deep in the cypress hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chickens' thighs. They shoot bullets into our heads behind our eyes. It's a curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left one night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out the ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes on him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp-catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me his skull. Do this, and I may again leash me like a dog. Right. Oh, we got a little mini game here. Alright, we've got mouse and spacebar. Alright, what do we got? Okay. Hello, fisher fool. You've trolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man, the one who captures the small ones. Peel the flesh from his skull. Do this and I'll be your dog again. Whoop. solitary egret stands at the rush of the undisturbed boat's wake. Oof. Yeah, it's 1:10 here. Luckily, it's a public holiday tomorrow. The hand-painted cross of votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. Bone-white oak tree towers above the display of the plaque nailed on the trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he loves you. Rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through the objects. A journal, 2 waterlogged to read, a set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. I've got a gator phone. Hell yeah. Bring me the skull of the shrimp catching man. Do this and I'll be your dog again. Oh yeah, I remember that. I think they're national holidays, you guys call them, right? Ooh, this one looks tough. Okay. Yeah, thankfully, because I work for an American company, sometimes I get your public or your national holidays off as well. Ooh, no, 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 no. We don't want to... Okay. Been a long time since I've seen anyone in this bayou. They're all frightened. They're all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator to ever hunt in this lake. She makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him where I found him. Yeah, where she stayed. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she know better to show her face. Were one to cut out the big skull of hers, it'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel. There'd be money to make. See that rifle you're holding? What do you say? Oh, man. What is this even? Okay, I'm gonna kill the shrimper. Oh!
What the hell is this?
An alligator hangs dead from the meat hook fastened to the limb of the cypress tree.
Fatality.
Exactly. Love it. Thank you, Tongs. You did my bidding, fisher fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake.
Finish her. Flawless victory.
I relished the horror that struck the fisherfool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive, made him crawl like a dog before he died. Brad is discussing the show. Now talking about performing an encore. This will take forever. I need to find something to eat. Ooh, hello. Do you consider yourself an adventurous eater? If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for some new new ways to fortify my intestines. Really? Well, have at it. Nice. Australian Survivor addiction. Oh yes, that's right, Lanky. I forgot about that. Yeah. So we watch Australian Survivor as well. We haven't finished. Well, we're still a little bit behind to the latest season. A lot of playing, getting down to the pointy end. Never heard that in America. Is that a common phrase? I would say it's not that common, but it's definitely something I've heard before. Yeah, it's kind of what my parents would like. My parents are, well, my dad, he's in his 70s, so I would say someone around that age may say things like that, but I'd say it's more Queensland that would say that. Dog's bollocks. Yeah, it's more Queensland as well though. Like Queensland are the one that love making up these little dog and bone, dead horse, little jokes, and then these little jokes go overseas and people hear them and think, Jesus, do Australians sound like this? Are they fucking crazy or what? But really, it's just Queensland are fucking crazy. Let's be honest. City Hall. Let's go to City Hall. Cool front finally. Okay, he doesn't want a hot dog. Ha! We all sound like Paul Hogan. Oof. I've ranted about Paul Hogan about 3 times in the last week on the stream, I'd say. He's a blight. Australian beef, there you go, yeah. There is no council meeting scheduled this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to get in here. Oof, fucking boy do I. I wonder if one person is enough to get that code. Oh, there he is. The guy from the puppet show. Guess he followed my food recommendation. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Thanks for the rec. I might get another one. Hey, wait for it, pal. Hope you know where to find the bathroom around here. Hi there. Thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock. Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Oh, you fucker. Are you kidding me? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That's the deal. Well, okay. But I'll show you once. So here it is. Listen. Okay. Everyone listening? You ready for this? We have to make sure that we get this knock. What's the bet? It's like... Are you kidding me? That's just a knock. That's a standard ass knock.
Take a look at this.
Oh, hello, Barry. Show those hindquarters in here. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, there's another cat. Can we pet it and make it go through the roof? Who knows? Rosie. Oh, oi! You know what? That's basically this. Thanks, Verdant Tree. Don't touch the ball. Suppose you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch my magic ball? Don't work like that, love. Now I've got to clean off the smudges. I see you been eating French fries, greasy hands. Nasty. You must be one of them super duck people always coming around here looking at the cell phones. Greasy hands, terrible. The app said I should come here? The app. Yes, ma'am. Something's not right about you, you drug head. I'm sorry, is this the right place? It is, Butterhands, it is. Just calm down, love, you made it. Dallas will tell you what to get. Now go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you'd get a hold of it. Now that I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I don't got time to be babysitting you. Now that I gotta clean this ball up. Stains all over my ball. You check your shoes before you come in? My shoes are clean. Well, I know that's a lie. One last thing. That gemstone you got hanging from your neck? That thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. This sass lady. This cat looks familiar. Ah, damn, I was hoping we could launch it into the stratosphere. That would be great. This reminds me a little bit of Monkey Island with the voodoo lady. Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed into every corner of the room. It's touched again. I said not to touch my ball, love. I said don't touch my ball, love. Okay. Literal ramen. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Novelty New Orleans themed t-shirts line the wall. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and trinkets spills from the table. An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks, and haunted histories of New Orleans fills the shelf. Oh, you know what?
Hell yes, Baltimore's subscribers have golden girls amongst.
DS, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. This game is very good, DS. Very good. It's very quirky. What do we got? I think we've done everything in here. We can touch the ball again. She is not a fan of me touching her ball. Alright, here we go. Dallas. I'm guessing you're Catherine. That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but sure. She can be kind of... He casts his gaze into the sky and back to Catherine. Never mind. Quackjob should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. What's Super Duck? How long have you been... Yeah, we'll do that one. Have you been on Quackblog? How long have you been using this app? Been doing this since before there was an app. But the Super says use the app, so I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. What's Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but it's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose. Don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all across the region at points that you can speak to SuperDuck directly. These are all things Rosie should have filled you in on. Not surprised she didn't. Tell me about Rosie. What's Rosie got to do with anything about this? There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money offering her place to the network. Probably the only reason she keeps it going. Doubt she's sold merchandise in years. Locks the doors and discouraging customers. Guess you could call it a front. I'm ready. Me too. Check your app. Let's get moving. I haven't got to bed yet. DS, it's 1:25 a.m. And I will call it very shortly. I usually like to keep my bedtimes on weekends at 2 a.m. I'm too old to be going to bed at like 4 a.m. and things like that. Man, it'd be like a hangover. I've got to check the app. That's right. Oh, we've got a new party member, Dallas. The only reason I ever come to the quarter is for work. What's next? We met at the rendezvous point, so now what? Check your phone. Quack ought to have some information we need. How'd you get involved in Super Duck? This used to all happen on Craigslist. Post showing up, strangest thing. I was bussing tables uptown. Couldn't swing rent. Kid the feed, responding to these listings. First one I ever did was steal a head drive. Broke into a man's house in Norco, stole it right out of his office. Brought it to another house. The people were just like me. Just like you, how? Didn't know shit. They were all there because of a post, just like I was. The house wasn't theirs. Nobody knew whose house it was. They plugged the head drive into the wall and gave me some cash. I left. Okay. Couldn't make it through GoldenEye. Yeah, I was out at that time. I didn't get to. I've never seen GoldenEye. I hear it's bad, but yeah. The only James Bond Brosnan film I've ever seen is the one with Michelle Yeoh in it. I don't know the name of it. Gatorphone. Quack Drop Messenger. Quack Drop. Paper supplier in Fat City. Okay. Guess that's where we're meant to go? Maybe? Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it. Restaurant supplies. I don't know if this is the right place. Guess it is now. A steady bead of traffic lights. Sorry, a steady bead of traffic lights the sky along the causeway. Okay. The doors are locked and the office is closed. The galvanized steel door to the supply warehouse is half open. Or half closed. Ooh, what is this? Oh. You finished Act 1. Real. Look at that. Erica said Blake went to the Floodgate Tavern yesterday evening. Let's pass by on the way home and get some information. Alright, you know what? I reckon that is a perfect place to save it. We didn't even save all this time. Imagine if it crashed. We would have been fucked. That's point-and-click adventures for you. You play a little bit, you lose progress. That's just what happens. Look, thank you guys so much for joining. It's great. Love it. Love hanging out. It was just going to be the quiet. I was going to just stealth stream in here and just play this game because I'd heard great things about it. It was good to see you guys pop in for sure. Absolutely stoked. Before we go, I'll just do some the promos for my other things I do.
It's me, Guyver Streetwood. Come watch Captain Baltimore and his first mate Steve on a new episode of Midweek Point and Click. Thursday nights at 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time.
So there's that one. And we also have the old Balti Hatsit promo.
Yo,
I'm one of the many Chris Redfields. But when I'm out wishing, I was as good as Barry. And upper cunning boulders. I watched Baltimore and Hatter kick and punch their way through the dead. Come join us for Balti Hatzard, Saturday nights at 9 p.m. EST.
The next game, Tongs, is Monkey Island 2, which I'm really happy for. I've got it installed, ready to go. Should be a great time. One of the good things about that is Steve's never actually finished it, so it'll be a little bit new to him as well. It's been a very long time. When the remaster first came out, I played it on Xbox 360 and I got stuck at a certain point, so I think we'll need to use a walkthrough just for that bit. It was kind of like the the misty woods in Zelda when you go to get the Master Sword and you sort of walk one direction but you appear from a different direction and all that sort of business. It's like that, so that was difficult. I don't think anyone's on. No one's streaming tonight, so we'll just call it there. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Yeah, catch you all later. See you on the flip side. Have a fantastic Easter. It's no longer Easter Sunday for me, but it is Easter Monday. So make sure you eat all that chocolate. Get some good Cadbury into you. Not so sure about that Hershey's stuff that you guys have going on, but you know. Book of Unwritten Tales is on the list, Michael. You can see it in there. If you want to see what games are actually upcoming, if you go to my under the Twitch window thing underneath where you see my little about pages and all that bullshit, you'll see that there's one of completed games versus the ones coming up. Cool. All right, guys. See you later. All the best.